Man, we back, man. It's your boy Al Schooler. No pad, no pencil.
Hey,
We got a special one today, man. We're gonna speak on this Gucci versus Jeezy.
Yes, indeed.
What y'all thoughts is on it? Who y'all think took the W? I'ma start it off. I think my man Gucci came in on fire. He had a lot to get off his chest. This was the only opportunity that he had to do it.
Yes, indeed.
And he took cold advantage of it.
Yes, indeed.
It was great for the culture. We got something that we didn't get out of in our era of music, like with Pac and Big. So I feel like it was real legendary. But let me hear y'all thoughts, gentlemen. Let me hear y'all thoughts.
It broke the internet, you know.
Absolutely.
Gucci did everything he was supposed to do. You know, he dissed the nigga to his face. He told him what it was.
Oh, man.
He ain't sugarcoat it, you know. Gucci, you know.
Right.
But yo, we got a call on the phone today. What's your man name?
Yo, Smooth.
Yeah, this Smooth, man. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, Pep?
So
Ain't nothing, man. Hey, man. I just want to kind of piggyback off what you was saying, man. Is the truth, man. Jeezy did come out on. Gucci, man, did come out on fire, and I think he did what he was supposed to do. But from where we at now, I mean, this 15, 20 years later, I think musically, the songs that was played, I gotta go with Jeezy, and I ain't trying to be biased because I'm more of a Jeezy fan, but at the same time, he played straight classical hits. Now, I'm not saying that the songs that Gucci Man played wasn't hits, but at the same time, man, I just felt like he came with the better selection of music. Now, as far as the beef and all that type of stuff, I feel Gucci, man, because when you look at it, this man set somebody to take your chain or do whatever the case was he did back then. He set somebody to him, and that's something he could have been dead right now. You know what I mean? If he wasn't on point, he could have been dead. So I feel where Gucci was coming from, but at the same time, man, I just respect Jeezy on a more level because, I mean, at the end of the day, man, he came out and he wanted to put all that behind him, and Jeezy did have diss songs. He didn't play near one of his diss songs. You know what I mean? People can speculate and say, oh, this song was about him and that, but we know what the real songs that was his disses. So I feel like that, I mean, that was classical, man. He ain't even put the beef into it. He came in straight off catalog, and that's why I feel like at the end of the day, man, Jeezy took it, man.
But how can Jeezy do that? He the bad guy, but everybody's playing him like the victim. Gucci the victim. Gucci had every right to do everything he was supposed to do. It's a battle. It's all about...
And that's why I say I agree with you. I agree with that. But, you know, I feel like that Gucci had to get that off his chest out in public with him face to face.
But you know what? I don't mean to cut you off, Smith, because you made a great point, though. Now, with Jeezy, as far as Jeezy go, I feel like Jeezy's the better artist because he makes better.
He got more mainstream hits.
He got more mainstream hits.
That don't make him.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. And he's more mainstream. Gucci more gritty, like out the mud.
Right. Gucci did it out the mud.
He did it for the underground people and the people that and he's successful in that line, and I respect him for that.
But it's like this though. I can compare Gucci. You can't compare Gucci run to really nobody in the game from goddamn 04 to 07. These streets was crazy. Man, you go anywhere in Baltimore, see it's Gucci. Yeah. I was telling everybody on Facebook, I'm like, yo, it's Gucci world in Baltimore, man.
Nah, it's Jeezy world.
Man, hell no.
No.
Yo,
see, that's
Gucci
the difference.
World,
Hold up. See, that's the difference between Baltimore, right? Because it's a bit of both. Because Jeezy, because at the end of the day, Baltimore, we're definitely hustlers, right? So we relate to Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? We relate to him a whole lot. But then in that same conversation, we wild as fuck. So we relate to Gucci too.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So it's always going to be a tie between both worlds.
Me, man, personally, like I'm a Jeezy fan, but I don't put Gucci Man under Jeezy. To be honest, them two as a man, we came up off of them. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I remember having these conversations 10, 12 years ago, sitting on my man's step when we talking about who the best. So
Right.
I just felt like, man, I don't put Gucci Man under Jeezy at all. To be honest with you, I feel like both of them get the same respect in my book. But like I said,
But
when
Gucci,
it comes to catalog, man,
but Gucci kind of
you can put Jeezy on and put your grandmother in the cup, your grandfather.
But Gucci
you put Gucci Man on with your grand. You see what I'm saying? It's just it's a different type of music. I think Jeezy's more classical, man, and pop to
Gucci
everybody more. When Gucci Man
because
just really
Jeezy got.
attract,
I feel like Jeezy
like,
got
the
timeless
trappers
music, yo.
and gritty type of things. You know what I mean?
No doubt about it. Because I feel exactly what you said on that. Because I feel like Jeezy got timeless music where you can listen to it years later and you still get that same feeling from it.
Jeezy
You know what I
is
mean?
everything you just said earlier. He's the more polished artist, but ain't nobody seen nothing like Gucci, man.
No, Gucci a different
Come
monster,
on,
man. He a different type
We
of
talking
animal.
about the dude that came in the game with no cosign. Who did that right now with no cosign?
And not only that, see, that's another reason why he felt the way he felt, right?
What do you What do you mean by he didn't have a cosign?
Who co-signed Gucci coming in
Who
the
goes
game?
on him?
Who co-signed him? He came in straight by himself.
Nobody.
No, he didn't.
Who co-signed him?
Yeah, you're right. And another thing,
Who
fellas,
co-signed him? They didn't
another
even
thing,
want him in the
fellas,
industry parties and none of
Look,
that.
this another
know,
thing. I mean,
I'm talking about a bigger
what did the
artist
people
with him in the
expect
game. Nobody.
Jeezy would do in a
Yeah.
situation
He
like
ain't
that? I
nobody
mean,
go to house.
we here on a big
Nobody-
stage. I mean,
At that time, that's not
Gucci
how
Man
artists
did come with his, you know, his disses and
Jeezy
stuff.
came up
But
with Boys in the
how
Hood,
did
co-signed,
the
yo.
people expect Jeezy to really act? I mean, both of these guys are millionaires now. I mean, I don't think somebody would be dumb to take something back 15 years ago. And what was he supposed to do in a situation like that? Like,
But
I
see,
mean,
I want you to
guess
look at this
people
like
want
this
to
too,
see him
Smoke.
react in a certain type of way, but then he would have played his own self at the end
No
of the
doubt
day.
about it. So it was a catch-22. See, this is how I want you to, I'm glad that you brought that up, right? Because I was analyzing this yesterday, and everybody looking at Gucci from as being the immature one in the situation. But if somebody tried to do that to you, you got all right to feel how you feel. And who is anybody to say that you're wrong for feeling that way?
Exactly.
There's no statutes or limitations or disrespect.
Because he was dead, he wouldn't be here to speak about it.
You get what I'm saying?
come
There's no
on.
statutes or limitations on disrespect, right? So this is my first time I'm actually getting to look you in your eyes.
Exactly.
It could have been
He
worse.
had to get that up out of him.
It could have been worse, bro. It could have been
And I
worse.
think that once he did that, it's kind of I still believe, you know, there ain't gonna be no friends. Let's get together for Thanksgiving or nothing. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I
they still
think
not
that
gonna
he
rock
can
with
breathe
each
a
other.
little better now because he was able to get that out of him in front of him like that. And also I think Jeezy came into this understanding that he was going to do that. I think Jeezy was prepared kind of sort of for that type of thing to happen where he came at him like that, you know what I mean? Because I just felt like he knew that was going to happen and he had to get it out of him, yo.
Right. Hey,
I'm
you wanna know what
happy for both of them, yo. I'm happy they came back. That shit was big for the culture, man.
Absolutely.
Big,
Hear
big
me
for the
out.
culture, man.
Here's
I respect both of them cats, man. Hopefully, man, they keep making that fire, man. But Gucci Man does have the overall long-lasting. He's still out here making music and competing, man. Like
He's still monkey
was
footing
back in
on
the
with
day,
these young
so-
boys.
That's why
man.
he said play some new hits, nigga. He ain't got none.
Right.
You
Hey,
know?
and you right about that, bro. But let me I'm gonna get to what the true issue with this thing is, and I think this, you know, it's bad. The fact that motherfuckers hate or kind of hate it on, or is even putting that type of pressure, like yo Jeezy on some weak shit for trying to bury a hatchet on some beef shit when he tried to get a nigga robbed and killed and Gucci defended himself. And like, yo, I think, yo, as a people, we like kind of instigate the dumb shit.
But bruh.
Like why
But
can't
that's something I can't forgive. You try to kill me.
But
I understand that.
But not only that though, you gotta think, man, how they was blackballing that man, yo. He
Yo,
wasn't allowed in them
But
industry
here's
parties,
my
so he'd
thing.
just pull up.
Yo, his DJ said it was hell for him.
Yo, he said, man, we would
I'm
just
saying
pull
he
up
said-
at parties.
No, I know it was. I'm a Gucci fan.
So listen to this. If T.I. the bigger artist, Jeezy the bigger artist, but you're not even being mentioned in the same conversation with these guys, and you putting in just as much work as they putting in. You know what I'm saying? So he had to barge his way in those doors,
That's
man.
why I say Gucci the people champ.
He-
The people grab
So,
it.
but here's what I'm getting
Yeah.
at, bro. Why would you? If
It
you
is.
still feel that way,
I don't know, man. All right, listen. It just all depends on the aspect you want to look at it from, man. Like I said, it's
I mean,
like,
but you gotta look at it like this, though.
like why our minds always gotta be stuck on some street shit.
I mean, but the streets put Gucci the way he was.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, as
but look,
black people, why do
one
we
more
stay
thing.
stuck
One more
on the
thing.
But because it's a code of the
And
streets,
this
though.
is about the street shit, right? This is what I'm saying. All right. People look at like that's why I say people got different point of views. Now, Jeezy to me looking at it like, all right, I mean, you did what you did, but I sent the nigga to you. You see what I'm saying? Like I ordered a nigga to come and do that to you, right? and you took him out, which is fine. I mean, if you wouldn't have took him out, he'd have probably took Gucci out. You see what I'm saying? Gucci wouldn't be here to this day to tell his story or do what he do. But still, I look at it like, what do Jeezy got to prove? Yeah, he killed the guy that he sent, but I still sent that nigga to come do that to you, and nothing never happened to me behind that. So I look at it kind of like,
But
yo,
no,
like,
it
hold
didn't-
up. Like,
it didn't
I mean,
happen
people
to him.
saying, oh, he doing this, he doing that. Gucci came at him this way and came at him that way. But that man ain't never get touched behind this. I'm talking about Jeezy.
But
at
hear
the
me
same
out, though,
aspect, he was able to look Jeezy in his eye and get what he had off his chest. But Jeezy is still the same nigga that put that bread up to make that happen.
But
So
you
it's
gotta-
like,
but you gotta-
who win at the end of the day? Who you
Yeah,
know
when
what
you
I
look
mean?
at it like that,
Like
yeah,
he's the guy that really made all that happen.
But you gotta look at it like
So,
this too,
I don't
though.
know.
It's other niggas in the street that was catching strays. Man, you can go on YouTube and see Flop and Slim Dunkin knocking out any nigga with a such CTE shirt on. That's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Them niggas was putting in work. Any nigga that had a
Yeah.
CTE shirt on, they was knocking out. Slim knocked the nigga out. Not two niggas out with CTE shirts on. They wasn't playing.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
true.
it's bigger than what we see. It was stuff going on behind the
Yeah.
scenes. Them niggas wasn't
I
playing.
agree about that.
I agree. I mean, of course, we know that, but I guess what I'm saying is, bro, like if people, I guess it's just a showing, yo. If people that deep and like you talking about in history of beef can put themselves in a mind space to be in front of each other and live 1.7 million, 2 million viewers bury the hatchet. Why, as in the streets, we can't do the same thing?
But it ain't
Pride,
But
bro.
no. But hear me out though.
That's a problem, yo, in our community, yo.
They the niggas with money. It's people behind the scenes that ain't got the money. What Pookie Loke's son said on Twitter? I can't believe this nigga Jeezy sold my father out like that. Come on, yo.
And
That's-
then
But
another
yo,
thing-
but
Come on,
yo, his
yo,
brother
yo.
sold himself out, yo.
That's what he said?
Yeah, it is what he
One more
said.
thing, brother.
But he sold himself out, bro. Being involved in some
I feel
stupid
like
shit.
well, I'm listening.
You go ahead.
No, I'm just
Go,
saying,
go,
yo, like,
go.
yo, that's the problem with our people, bro. Like, yo, I get it. But then again, like, yo, life is bigger than
I get it.
that type of shit.
But see, all that sounds nice. It sounds real Jesse Jackson type. You dig what I'm saying? But if the shoe was on the other foot and that shit happened to you, you wouldn't be trying to hit none of that.
I wouldn't
all
have
that
did the
shit
show.
be out the window.
You're right, it is.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't say that. Stop trying to.
You can say it because they went and did the verses
And-
together.
It was for the culture.
No,
That
it
was for
wasn't
the
for the
culture,
goddamn
brother.
culture. It was for the money. Them niggas walked with 5 million apiece, man.
No doubt about
It was
it.
for the money.
No doubt.
But hear me out though, yo. I don't get these people.
Hey,
wanna-
I believe it was for the money for both of them, right?
Exactly.
But I believe that Jeezy came in there more on some trying to put the shit to rest. I believe that Gucci Man only really probably accepted it
For the
because that was his chance to get it all
To get it off
out.
his
And
chest.
that's why
To
when
get it off his
he had a
chest.
phone call or whatever the case was, Gucci said, shit, I'm only in if I come out there and I can do truth and do what I need to do.
Right.
So I definitely, I know it was for the money.
It gotta be for the money, though, yo, because-
face to face like that, it had to be about the money.
No, because they were saying like.
Because if you look at Gucci, he was full. He was with
He's with all the shit
He
though.
wanted it.
He wanted all that smoke.
Right.
But like I was listening to Gucci DJ the other day, right? And he was saying like, man, Dad been trying to get that shit done since 07.
Right. Now I know.
Right.
Coach K been trying to get both of them together. Yo, DJ Drama had him on a.
That's just a freeze me joke with the video with T.I.
He had him on a interlude. Yeah.
Right, on the Gangsta Grill. But Gucci wasn't having that back then.
He wasn't having that shit, man.
Nah, I mean, they talked on the phone, they buried it, but then Gucci was like fucking and came back with the truth. You know what I'm saying?
See, another thing, I think that this is going to linger on a little now because now, by them, that's why I feel like Jeezy really didn't want Gucci Mane to perform those songs at that venue, even though he probably knew. But see, between them, it was what it was. Jeezy probably looking at it like it is what it is. So by Gucci Mane doing that song, that shit opened up. Even though they was able to sit there and squash their beef, but that man got family, and I don't expect Gucci to give a fuck because that nigga came to do harm to him. So of course he don't give a fuck. But now that shit gonna open up a whole new thing because now, I guess yo was a big time crip, whoever Pookie Low was or whatever he was. I don't really know too much about
and then not only that, right? You gotta think about the
Instagram and all that saying, like they mad, they ain't failing that shit. So it just
man, my man was disrespectful. But you know what? See, like this the crazy part, right? Now,
nigga said you send them to. I'm gonna send them things back in the box.
See, look now, what it gives you a better idea of, right?
Send them back in the box.
It kind of shed light on everything. Like all that shit that Freddie Gibbs was saying,
right?
It shed light on it.
And Gucci all the shit. I'm gonna put them in a box. But see, like that's why I say it depends on your vision, because I'm looking at it like, yo, you listen to what Yo just said out his mouth. Send some more. I'm going to put them in a box, too, and send them back to you, right? But you talking to a nigga that's putting a hit on you. So why that nigga not touched? That's the street
but you gotta
I'm looking at it from. Like,
think about no, but you can't really say that neither, right? You can't really say that neither.
I'm going to send them right back to you, but this the same nigga that you looking at that put some money on your head, bro.
But check this out, though, Smooth.
I can't respect
how much you
expect
Gucci to get done? How much you expect to get done by Gucci when you got Jeezy being co-signed by one of the realest niggas that ever did it?
No, let's give it a buck. Let's give it a buck.
The president got killed at a point in time. Shit,
he's a killer. Everybody, a lot of them dudes was, yo. But that's what I'm saying. But you got a dude that's co-signed, like meaning Jeezy. But you got a dude that's co-signed by like Meech, under Meech. Yo, Meech is the real deal, bro.
And that's why niggas are scared of Gucci. He ain't got no co-sign. That nigga's a killer. Who co-signed that?
Yeah, no doubt.
Gucci went against the rules of the game. He wasn't supposed to be here. That nigga ain't supposed to be here.
And that's why I fail him. That's why I don't like nothing Gucci did. The only thing that I don't like is just that at the end of the day, he wanted to talk that beef shit, talking about some more, but I just can't respect the fact that, that's just like, if I know a nigga that tried to kill me, like, I'm not about to talk to you about sending some more niggas. I'm coming at you. I'm not talking about other people. Like, you are the main cause. Like, you are the person that tried to get my life ended. I could have been dead.
But you
I'm going to have all that animosity towards you. So, if anything, I can't knock how Jeezy came out. Gucci came out. It was what it was. I feel both of them. I just think that Jeezy more... He want to be done with that shit. And Gucci Mane like, nigga, fuck you. At the end of the day, you try to get me killed.
Man, you gotta look at it like this. You gotta look at it like this, too. Gucci living is an elder Jeezy. He ain't supposed to be here. Now, if you that dog talking that rat shit like that, and you talking about you shot calling, this man's still alive. That's an elder Jeezy.
Yeah.
That's an L. No matter how you look at it, it's an L. I'm looking you in your face and calling you out.
Yeah, it is an L, but it's only an L. It could have easily been a loss for Gucci. You see what I'm saying now? He was on point. And he did what he had to do. But if he wasn't on point, that man's life would have been ended.
But look, and there's a prime example. Look, prime example. You just seen what happened to Mo 3. Same shit. You feel what I'm saying? Chilling with a broad, niggas come through. Only thing about it was that was different is that they didn't go inside the house. They caught him outside of the house. It's the same situation. A female putting a dude, a female putting dudes on you. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit, yo. There's no difference. You know what I mean? Only thing that was different about it is Gucci was on point and he was able to shoot his way out of it. That's the only thing, because he'd have been another one of them too.
Exactly.
He'd have been mentioned in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? So for yo to not be able to be, for yo not to be mentioned in that conversation, would you go hard like that too?
Exactly.
No, I definitely would. All right, but let me get off a little bit now. All right, we talk about the beef now, but I'm talking about musically, right? Musically. You who y'all with? Y'all with Gucci musically? I'm just talking about like an overall body of work, man.
Overall body of work. Jeezy got the overall body of work.
I don't believe Jeezy has the overall body of work. But what played on Verzuz, Jeezy musically did win.
He got the more mainstream hits because he had the machine behind. Gucci had the machine. He had Def Jam behind. Gucci is an independent artist, yo.
Yeah, that's true.
He got.
That's true.
But Gucci could have played better songs, yo. Then especially towards the middle. He could have played way better songs than what he played, bro.
So could Jeezy. So could Jeezy. Man, Jeezy didn't play a whole lot.
Jeezy. Once you get to the I don't really keep up with Jeezy like that. What was that Thug Motivation 101 that most of those songs came from? That he played?
No, he played everything.
Man, y'all not looking like that, yo. Gucci just was there for the
mixtape, Cat Bad,
Gucci was just there for the truth.
Yeah, that's all he wanted.
That's all he wanted.
That's 745. He couldn't wait. Couldn't wait to do both of them.
That's all he was
He couldn't wait to do both of them, bro.
That's all he didn't care about.
See, but that's what made me love Gucci.
He was there for more. Gucci was there to play truth. He was there to play all his diss songs, and he also wanted to play the fact that I got longevity in the game. That's why he told him, man, I feel like you still back in 05, nigga, fuck that, play some new shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But see, but
letting them know, like, yo, bro, I was there in 05, I was there in 14, and I'm out there now. Like, bro,
right, but
you can't keep up.
See, now look at this. Now look at this. Now, I see what you said musically. Now look at this as a big, an artist standpoint, right? Out of all the people that Jeezy put on and all the niggas that Gucci got on, who blew up?
Definitely Gucci, man.
All right, then, because where's Slick Puller? Where Blood Raw? Where these dudes at?
Blood Raw, Slick Puller, all them niggas. I don't know what.
None of them got on. Nobody who was with CTE got on. The only person that stayed on was Jeezy.
Man, half the rap.
Yeah, but he was a real. I mean, even when he did have them, I don't think nobody was really listening. I mean, like, you had people
like Slick Puller. Slick Puller was the move, though. I like that.
I ain't never really played. I just wanted to hear Jeezy. I ain't really care about none of that. Like, so I get you on that. Yeah, now Gucci Mane has put way more niggas on than Jeezy. I can't.
Look at that whole 1017, which introduced Waka.
I respect both.
That's a whole nother element. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is. Like they both legends, man, and they both
hold up.
To see where they at.
Look, hold up. Now you got the new. Now you fast forward to now, right?
More people on though.
Yeah, look. Now you fast forward to now, right? Now Gucci still got the wave because he got the young gunners under his belt. You know what I'm saying? Like Fujiano. He still got Pooh Shiesty. He got you know what I mean? He got 21. Thugger. Like all these young. That's what I'm saying. He got the young wave.
I mean, they're not signing him.
But they was all co-signed by Gucci.
Definitely winning against Jeezy, but
we'd be no Migos
if
it wasn't
Jeezy ain't just not doing nothing. I know he's still getting money. He probably just not on the music scene like that no more. He don't drop like that. Well, he never really had as many mixtapes or none of that shit is more than Gucci anyway. I mean, Jeezy had dropped. But his shit be lit all year though. With that one album might be fire all year. And to really drop a whole bunch of shit. Now Gucci Mane, he dropped hella shit. Like, you feel me? That nigga got mixtape for days. Like, so I don't know, man. It just I don't know. I was man.
like me personally, I was listening to that.
I'm more of a Jeezy music listener.
Look, I gave the Jeezy a chance last night. I was listening to that Recession too. It ain't bad.
I don't know, man. I just felt
The
like
Recession 2 ain't bad, you know, because you got to think both of them dropped that
came
same
the way
night.
that they were supposed to come, man. And I feel like the crowd, everybody keeps saying, "And he bitched Jeezy, he bitched him." And he bitched him, he did. He did.
Yeah, but look
he
at
got
that.
this little
But
piece
because
of
you
he
got,
did it, but
and
it
it's
wasn't
not
what
about.
it was. It ain't like he popped him. Or
No, but hold
he,
on, Smooth.
You
See,
feel what I'm saying? Or he did nothing like that. So that shit was just words. And like he said, man, you think I'm about to sit here and let somebody, you feel me? Because somebody saying words, you feel what I'm saying? About to let me trick me out my, no, I ain't about to do
Yeah,
all
but see,
that, man.
that's,
About
but
that
see, but look.
bread. We both millionaires, man. You can say what you want, bro.
And look, and I respect that 100%, bro.
He had to get that off his chest.
Hold up, bro. But look, and I respect that 100%, right? Because we older. We been through some shit. We seen a little couple things. And when you get to that point in your life, you want to let old shit go sometimes. You know what I mean? So you can move forward. That's the only way you're going to flourish, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you being graded by some of the young, ignorant motherfuckers out here, dog, all they seeing is the disrespect.
Right. I mean, that's what that
So
was.
they gonna no, hold up. So all they see is the disrespect. So that's what they grading you on. They grading you on the disrespect and how you handled it.
You see what 21 said?
Right.
Like when 21 was going live, it was like, oh, like boy, and like even the boy, like the boy Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty was in the room with him, and he was like, I never knew Jeezy was a lame like this.
Who said that?
Pooh Shiesty, he was right there on the side of the stage when he was performing. I can't believe he went live and was like, I can't believe you're lame. Put it on there. That was his take.
What should he have done? And when
Man,
I mean, what should he have done? Should he have argued back with him? Like,
No, he
he
did exactly what he's supposed to do. He did.
I mean, what could he have done?
He did exactly what he was supposed to do, yo, because for yo, it was like the situation was moving in real time. If I act out, you know what I mean?
He got it.
He got
no
me.
win. It's no win.
So I gotta play it on a chill level because I know millions are watching this right now. If I take this,
that was the game plan coming in. See, he already knew that before it even happened.
Yeah, but it's different though,
He knew
yo.
that shit was going to happen. That's why he was so calm with it, because
Come on, bro,
he
it's
knew
no different.
Once he knew that Gucci was going to do them diss tracks, he already knew. He prepared himself and side for that. He knew that was going to happen. So
yeah, but it's no different. But you gotta look at things in real time, though, yo. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's what I say about looking at it in real time. You gotta look at it in real time because he could have easily went off on yo, and then it just sparked it all back up all over again. You dig what I'm saying? So he had to step outside himself and be the bigger person, which I respect.
You right.
Which I respect.
This why.
But when I say you getting graded by the younger version, the younger generation, right? And they looking at that as sucker shit.
Gucci came out and said,
you know what I'm saying?
What, yo? He said,
that could go against your character.
I accept your whatever he used, phrase he used. He said I accepted that. So at the end of the day, you know, he came in and he was bitching him and all that, but you still accepted the truth. So that lets me know right there, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You just needed to get that shit out your system. He ain't really want beef even no more. But he had to carry it like that because of the situation that happened. So he did all his diss tracks and did what he did, but he came out and said, you know what, I appreciate you sending that, I accept it. So you see what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I mean, you gonna carry it all the way one way, or you gonna carry it, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I get it, but that's just the part that I couldn't wrap my head around. Like, all right, you went hard on him, you bitched him, you did all this, but you accepted the truth at the end of the day. I mean, you should have just not even said nothing like that if that's how you really felt. So that's why I feel like he didn't really feel like that, but he just had to get that shit out of him in front of everybody just so he could feel better. And that's how I look at it. I don't know, man, because I wouldn't have did all that and then said I accept it. Like, I appreciate it, I accept the truth.
Like I say, man, it was history, man. It was history in the making, you know.
There was definitely history in the making. I mean, for them, I think my best moment of it all was when they performed that So Icy at the end, because
yeah, that was love.
That was so long overdue. It was so long overdue.
That shit to come. I love that part, yo.
Yeah, because it was so long overdue, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo never got to embrace the success of the song. Because as soon as the song came out and it became successful, they stopped fucking with each other.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
Because
that nigga Jeezy was happy as shit when they.
so was Gucci.
When
Gucci started smiling hard as shit when that shit came on.
I'm like, damn, you. That's why I know he wanted to end that shit, man. He was tired of that shit, yo. You feel me? He was happy as shit when he did that shit at the end, man. And that shit was love, yo. That shit was respect, man. I just think, yeah, I mean, Atlanta won on that one, yo. They won, yo. They two legends, yo.
Yeah.
And for to see them come together at a time with all this shit going on out here like this, yo, that shit was just big, yo. It was big, yo. So I just respect the whole battle. I'm not even looking at it, even though I think Jeezy won musically. I'm not even looking at it from the music, because I fuck with both of their music. So, but I'm just saying, like, for them to do that, man, that shit was big, man. All the way around the board. Not just for niggas in Atlanta, for everybody. Because like I said, back in the day, we used to have these same arguments about Gucci and Jeezy. You know what I mean? So I just think that was a good for everybody. I know that motherfucker broke some TV records. I know that.
Crazy. Yeah, absolutely. They had 5 million views, pal.
It's crazy how it broke, how we seen it in real time, though, how it went down. It's crazy. Like I said, man.
Yeah.
They did it.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
All right, now, G, on that note, that was another episode. No pad, no pencil. You know, Gucci versus Jeezy.
All right,
let us know your comments, man. What y'all think, man?
Oh, you know, Gucci.
All right, fellas, I appreciate y'all, man.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you back.